This fight is brought to you by Jim Ross Law Group. Call 817-275-4100 for your free initial consultation today. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, he is the defending, the reigning XKO Muay Thai champion of the world, Peter Stanonik the Fifth. To explain the rules, your referee, Dawn Turnage.
All right, gentlemen, so you had your rules for your steps tonight. There's 3 more things you must do for me, okay? If I were to say fight, stop and say stop. Most importantly, tells you to defend yourself at all times. Touch gloves, back up, good luck, guys.
Have arrived here with Kevin the Trailblazer Holland. Before he makes his jump to the UFC, he is here watching Chris the Enigma Pecero, your XKO featherweight champion of the world, taking on Peter Stanonik V, your XKO Muay Thai champion of the world. You have tasted blood in this cage in the Muay Thai division, a foundational piece in Chris Pecero. He has not fought an XKO since 2014. Fresh blood, fresh look, taking on the champion versus champion. This is what it's all about. Kevin, talk to me about Peter Stanonik, please.
Man, Peter, 29 years old, 6'1", fighting weight, 154 pounds, and sometimes lighter than that. Fighting out of San Antonio, representing Ohana this camp, along with Layboy Boxing and Ambush Muay Thai. Professional record of 4-1, amateur record of 5-1. He's an expert in boxing. He's an expert for sure in Muay Thai. And Peter knocks people out viciously.
Hard. You know, the thing is, I think that you...
And there's the first drop. And there's the first drop of the night.
Right there, Chris Pecero.
Peter reminds me of myself.
He does remind me of you.
Less movement, but when he hits you, it hurts.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
With either hand, or either leg, or either knee, or either elbow. He's a beast.
You know, we were talking with Chris Pecero and Peter Stanonik. The traditional Muay Thai, with the chimes and the bells and the sambas, slow in pace. The round doesn't really kick up into the third round. The first 2 rounds filling each other out, the pace is slow. But you get into the third and fourth and fifth rounds, that's when it kicks up. That's when you fire like a bullet out of a gun. Yeah. So much like your style, it is either the first 10 seconds of the fight or it's the last 10 seconds. or somewhere in the middle, where you pop off. What do you expect to see right here with Chris Pecero?
I'd like to see him start fast, man. There's only one thing I can ever say about Peter is he's not the fastest starter in the world. But once the boy starts and he finds his timing, he can become impeccable.
You know, one of the cool things that we were talking about is that with Peter's elevation in the Muay Thai game, what a mid-body kick. He's fighting somebody that's literally on his experience and intelligent level. They're both patient.
But we're talking about Muay Thai here.
Yes.
It's a whole different ballgame. This is not MMA. This is Muay Thai. I fought Bubba McDaniel, who's been in UFC, Bellator, everywhere, and I made him look like an amateur. And it's because Muay Thai is a different game. It's a different kind of sprint, and it's a different type of technical battle. And there's not a whole lot of grabbing that you can do to save your life in this game.
2 minutes between the two of them. Now, here's the thing that I talk about. Were you around in XKO when Chris Pecero was fighting?
No, I wasn't around then.
So you came in after him.
In a better era.
You came in at 170. Your first time in XKO.
First time at 170.
The president, the self-proclaimed president, at 170.
At 170.
Right.
And you're talking about a guy who just fought Bubba McDaniel at 196 pounds.
Exactly.
A weight fluctuator.
So, in the decades that Chris Pecero fought, XKO was very gritty, very raw.
Yeah.
Now you have the new blood, the old school meeting the new school. And so far, the first round, entertaining. Filling each other out.
I mean, the first round is still new blood.
Here we go right here.
At the end of the day, the first round has been all new blood. And I know a lot of these new blood guys come along and think that they got something special. But unless you're a Peter Stanonik, unless you're a Kevin Trailblazer Holland.
Wait, did you say, Kevin, did you refer to yourself as the second person?
Yeah, I said myself for the second person because I like to think I'm past this now.
Yeah.
But if guys get out of line, I can't come back.
Okay.
Just thought I'd throw that out there.
You always throw something out there.
I don't know why I did that.
You always throw that out there, man.
I just figured it was a good time.
Hey, wait, you can't pay the check, get the check back, change it, and send it back.
You know what, man? My manager asked me, he said, would you rather fight for UFC or would you rather fight for XKO every month? I act like I got bad reception and I hung up the fucking phone.
Right.
I wasn't supposed to cuss, but I hung up the phone.
Right on.
Because I knew a night like tonight would happen.
Right.
And even though I don't make $1 billion fighting for XKO, you get idiots that think that they're somebody special. And basically what the idiots should just ask a special guy like me is sir, can you relinquish your belt to me?
Right.
Not, sir, can you kill me and not never let me get it? Because that's what happened to Hayward Charles. But back to Peter. Peter's amazing.
So here we are. I'm talking to our XKO middleweight champion as we're watching two champions battle in the cage.
Did you see Peter lean back, hit him with the same lead hook that dropped him earlier, and follow up with a cross? His lean back game is it's like his dancing game. It got skills. The boy can weave.
Strong. Peter has gotten so strong, but he's never met anybody like Chris Pecero. Chris Pecero he's tactful.
He's tactful.
He's tactful.
And he seems to have cardio, which is another level of cardio.
Right. You know, when you see a guy you have to use your disadvantage for your advantage. Peter Stanonik, longer reach, taller.
Yes, but he can drop you with a lead hook.
Exactly. You look at Chris Pecero, strong, versatile, great footwork.
And that's something that he's going to have to use tonight in order to keep himself out of harm's way. Peter's not the champ of Muay Thai for no reason, and they are in Muay Thai. This is not MMA. And I don't know how many times I can stress that, but it's something that you really have to remember. You can't catch a leg kick and take the guy down. You have to catch a leg kick and return.
How many times did it happen with you and Bubba McDaniel where he went in for a takedown?
Shot twice. He shot for a takedown twice in one round.
But it's something that's a learned condition with you fighters.
Exactly.
Transitioning styles is very difficult. But Chris Pecero has been fighting Muay Thai for quite some time. This is his very first time in the XKO cage.
See, and that's another thing. You can do Muay Thai, but can you do Muay Thai in a cage?
In a square cage.
A square cage with real corners. Whoa, nice kick by Pecero.
Pecero.
My bad.
That's
Pecero.
Okay. That's okay.
I called you Pecero. That was rude.
Do you think that for the both of them, whoever the victor is, definitely elevates their game.
I think whoever the victor is,
Oh!
especially if it's the guy who just landed the lead leg head kick and Peter, I would like to see this guy in glory kickboxing.
Whoa.
I told you the weave game was strong, right?
Yes.
He just weaved him and made him fall. There's levels to this, man. There's levels to this.
Talking with Kevin the Trailblazer Holland, Antonio Perkins here. We're watching the second round in the XKO Muay Thai Championship bout here at the Gas Monkey Live. Peter Stanonik in that lead leg is just so dangerous. You do it. James Vick does it.
And James Vick learned it from me.
How is Chris Pecero going to combat that?
It's very hard to do. It's very hard to do. When the lead side can do anything to you, it becomes a problem.
Oh, Chris Pecero in trouble.
That's it. That's not it, but that's the end of this round. And once again, it's 2 rounds to none, Peter. And this boy has been saved by the bell.
Yes. So here we go. Fresh legs on both fighters. Chris Pecero needs to change something up in the game plan now.
Please go back to the body.
You know, Chris Pecero is one of those fighters where he can take a lot of damage.
He can take a lot of damage.
But he's patient.
He's patient. But I'm going to tell you something.
Talk to you, brother.
When the body dies, the head must follow.
So why is that? Why does that apply? Why does that?
Because the brain needs oxygen.
Right.
And if the brain's not getting any oxygen, you can't think, you can't move, and you're not capable of anything. And right now, if you guys have paid attention to this fight, with the stop push kicks, with the lead right hook to the body, with the overhands, and followed up by crazy roundhouses to the body, Peter has controlled the body, which is controlling the cardio in this fight. And cardio, when you're going in championship rounds, becomes an issue.
And you've defended your belt here at XKO. Has it been easy?
No, defending your belt is never easy. As you've seen tonight, when you have the belt, guys tend to want you. But a peasant will always try and feast off of a king's crumbs.
Right.
And a guy like Peter, myself, Rashad Coulter, when it comes to XKO, we're kings.
So you have 2 champions. Both know what it's like to carry the crown. Listen to this instant replay right here, Kevin. So talk about the right hand and the lead and the hooks.
Wow, look at that hook. Look at that hook to the body. And then the knee to the head. At this point in time, he didn't have to go down. He just knew that if he did it, the fight would be over.
So that's an intelligent fight.
That was an intelligent move by him to take a knee. But now he has to remember that if Muay Thai scoring is anything like boxing scoring, and he's been dropped 2 rounds, I gotta say it's 2-10 to 8. And that means you're down to more than 2 rounds. You're down 4 rounds.
One thing about Chris Pecero and Peter Stanonik that is very similar. They get into this mode, like a champion like yourself does, where you turn certain things off.
Yeah.
You desensitize yourself.
Oh, he's rocked. He's rocked. Peter rocked him with the head kick. And now it's up to Peter to finish this fight off. Go to the body, Peter. A nice body shot will put this man away. Layboy boxing. And this is the layboy boxing that he talks about right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the layboy boxing right here that he talks about.
Back and forth. Pecero fighting out of the corner.
I think Peter might have got touched with something there in that exchange.
Fighting out of the corner. The fight seemed to be going in his favor in being able to end it in a couple of punches. But now, Pecero is back on the offensive.
You know, right there would have been a great time for Peter to once again go to the body. But his opponent returned fire with a shot that I didn't even see. It looks like it took a little something from Peter.
Oh!
And that does it. Let's see if he can get up from that. Conditioning is going to be a huge key here. When Don sends him to the corner like that, it bought this man a few seconds here.
Now, see, you noticed Pecero came off the cage. He didn't stay there. He came back to his feet. He has his legs underneath him, and that is the heart of a man that is a champion.
And that's the conditioning of a man who wants to be a champion.
Yes. He didn't, and he's coming back strong. I mean, he took a shot.
2 vicious body kicks. And Peter again with the weave game, and I'm telling you, it's strong. But this man is hurt, and this is the third round, and he's been dropped yet again. And this, if he doesn't come back, this will be another 10-8 round. And how do you come back from 3 10-8 rounds?
With a knockout or a TKO.
And that's something that we're known for here at XKO.
You've seen it plenty of times. You've witnessed it yourself.
I witnessed it myself.
Curtis Pecero taking some punishment right now. He has his feet underneath him. Peter Stanonik teeing off. Head movement for Pecero. Oh.
Peter ate a nice lead hook off of that one. He better be careful trying to set this man up with them lazy jabs.
Inside leg kick from Pecero.
There you go. Nice push kick. You know, Peter needs to keep doing what Peter does, and that's explosive striking.
You know, I tell you, that's one thing about Peter as he's matured as a fighter.
Wow, is that a standing count?
Is
that a standing count off of a push kick? Don must feel like this man is out of there. That is the power of Peter, man.
Oh, and that was what ended the fight with Joseph Salas.
And look at that. That was on the gloves, but it rocked him. But he recovers very quick.
And that's the thing about Pecero, his recovery time is phenomenal. I don't think that Peter's ever faced anybody like him yet here at XKO.
And you know what? Peter better be careful because that can take something out of him, mentally and physically.
You know, nobody trains harder than Peter Stanonik.
He trains hard. Have you seen his Instagram?
That's what I'm saying. If
you never know if you're going to get an ab picture or if you're going to get a workout.
Why don't you post more videos like that, man?
Man, you know what?
What?
I live a crazy life, man, and I don't have Snapchat because it's too personal. And when it comes to Instagram, I try not to show you guys too much of a trailblazer lifestyle.
Here we go. Here's an instant replay.
Wow. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that push kick. His eyes rolled on a push kick. Did you notice that?
Yes. That's one of my favorite moves that I've seen you guys do. We're going into round number 4. Round number 4.
Round 4.
Did it surprise you that Pecero came back?
Very surprised.
Does it surprise you that Stanonik laid off a little bit, or was he big?
I don't think he laid off. I think that that man touched him in between him putting on the one slot, and that made him go back to his brains and his wits and use more technique than anything.
See, and that's the maturity that we see with Peter Stanonik from the first time he fought here, is the maturity and the foresight to get better and better and better.
True. Very true.
So what are we doing in round number 4? What are we going to do in round number 4? If you're in Pecero's corner, what are you telling him to do?
He needs to come out and push like he just seen a man in a blue cap and he wanted to knock his head off. That's what he needs to do. He needs to push like no other.
Okay. Now, what's working for Pecero? What's the only thing working for Pecero right now? We saw it in the corner when Stanonik gave an onslaught and something stopped Peter. So whatever Pecero did there, he needs to continue to do it.
Yeah, he needs to try and capitalize that on that fully this round and the next round, and he needs to try and get some knockdowns back.
Peter has been very rarely surprised.
He
You were surprised.
I was surprised that Peter backed off, but I think a flush shot can do that sometimes. But here we are with the 4th round, and if Peter starts off the same way he started off this fight, this is close to over.
I don't think we've ever seen Peter Stanonik knocked down.
Yeah.
In a Muay Thai fight. Oh!
No, but we almost seen it in the MMA fight. When he fought for LFA and Lake Charles, but he proved even there that a hurt Peter could be even more dangerous than a regular Peter.
There you go, because they have nothing but fight left in them.
Look at that. Look at that. That's true Muay Thai right there.
Sweep the leg from the crowd. 4th round. Oh, Peter Stanonik taking a little bit of shot. Looking a little wobbly coming back there. Now, I don't know if it was a leg shot or was he just gathering his thoughts. It seems like Peter might have got rocked just a touch.
Well, he seems to be handling it well. I think these guys right here, I think they put the work in for this fight. I think their conditioning is fascinating.
Ooh. I'll tell you, this slide out, step out hook that Peter has, that only happens from repetition.
Man, that boy got a better check hook than Floyd Mayweather. You better watch out.
We've seen it. Now, Chris Pecero going on the offensive right now in round number 4. Plenty of fight left in him. Showing Peter Stanonik what a foundational XKO champion is all about. Peter answering back what the new blood and new breed champion is all about.
That was a nice catch into a return, but Peter with great balance. And, man, this guy's Muay Thai savvy is there. His striking is superb. The boy does this day and night. I mean, I'm telling you, if you watch his Instagram, he's striking in the morning, he's striking at night, he's striking in mid-afternoon.
It's him
he's
and
striking in his garage.
It's him, his puppy, and a heavy bag.
Him, his puppy, and a heavy bag. What more than a man needs besides his best friend? A dog and his best punching bag ever, a punching bag.
Chris Pecero going on the offensive. Peter Stanonik defensive. No threat here. Oh, I'll tell you right now, this is probably one of the best matchups I've seen in a long time.
Yes, this is fantastic. It's definitely going to rounds.
Oh. Much love to Peter Stanonik and his father. He gives him much credit to. Much love to Chris Pecero and Patty, his wife, his children out in El Paso. If you're watching, your dad sends his love here in the round 4 by means Peter.
Ooh, nice check hook. What'd I tell you about that check hook? What'd I tell you about that check hook?
We're
another one.
Last 10 seconds of this 4th round.
Last 10 seconds of that 4th round, and he landed 2 check hooks that probably wobbled that man.
This is the first time that we've seen Peter Stanonik go the distance.
That is true. And if you look at it, his cardio is not an issue.
No.
Championship fighter.
Yeah. Now, Pecero, being a champion he is, his cardio is on point. He's in this fight.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but you know what? Going into the 5th round, I'd have to say that he is down all rounds.
Yes. So, what are you saying to Peter?
Ride that bike steady. No reason to take off and no reason to ride slower. Keep riding that bike the same way you've been riding it.
What are you saying to Pecero?
You better speed up, buddy.
Okay.
You better put that pedal to the floor.
Now,
Or I tell him, except for what this might be tonight, don't get finished and try and redeem yourself in MMA because if you don't have a takedown, fighting Peter is a very rough night.
Now, hearing this from you, Kevin, when you were 170, oh, here we go. We'll get back to that. Replay. Peter being smart, Pecero being aggressive. Now, the 170 Kevin Holland would not have said that. What you just said.
170 Kevin Holland would have said.
Not even close.
The 170 Kevin Holland, I give credit where credit is due, and I've always been that type of man.
Right.
I've liked Peter since way back in the way. I like the way he fights. I like explosion. I like knockouts. And that's what the man brings to the table. And I like flashiness, and the man has some flash to him.
Right.
The man he's standing across from, I tell him to relinquish his other belt. Step out of the cage now. He's a D-grade fighter when it comes to Muay Thai, and Peter may just be an A-grade fighter.
Now you say that, but nobody has lasted in Muay Thai longer than Chris Pecero has at this moment with Peter Stanonik.
That is true, but can you always give a man credit just for having a big heart? Sometimes having a big heart is a bigger problem than having a weak chin.
But
he may not feel it now, but I guarantee you tomorrow when he wakes up, he will not be the same man he was when he stepped into this cage today.
Oh.
Jumping push kick. He's trying to prove me wrong.
Kevin Holland, people want to prove you wrong all the time.
I've noticed that. I've noticed that. I'm just praying that somebody proves me right for a change.
Great footwork by Pecero. Definitely surprising Stanonik. Many people have not been able to get back up after having the shots that Peter has unleashed on somebody.
Very true. Very true. And this guy has gotten up 3 rounds in a row and avoided getting knocked down in the 4th. Wow, they're wrestling over here.
Showing how strong Pecero is in the 5th round. I'm telling you, this is the fight that really gauges where Stanonik is at. He's winning all rounds, you're right. But you can't sleep on Pecero. He's one of those guys you cannot sleep on. Last fight of the night. Champion versus champion. Commentating with our XKO champion now in the middleweight division. Are you going to miss this when you go to the UFC?
You know what? Yeah, I'll miss it, man, because you always got bums running around here thinking that they somebody special. I'll miss it. I'll miss it.
Of course you will.
I'll miss it. And then the party, it just never stops here, man. You get something different every fight. You never know what to expect. XKO, man. I'm telling you, ain't no party like XKO party. It literally never stops.
You know, Kevin, I tell you, you have probably been the most free to show technique, to show skill, to go beyond fundamentals here at XKO. We thank you, and we cannot wait to see where your career takes you.
Man, I can't wait either. I'm just hoping that it goes to the moon, new planets.
Well, you're about to wear some UFC Reebok gear.
Hopefully.
The next time we see you.
Hopefully.
Oh no, there is no hope.
Hopefully. Long as no opponents pull out, I might have one that might want to step in. But yeah, man, it should be a beautiful night, June 12th, man. And, I'm just glad to go out there and represent XKO.
Yes, sir.
Glad to be you guys' champ.
Well, we are pleased to see the jewelry around your waist. We are pleased
That's
to see
translated to my
career.
pinky and my wrist?
Yes. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. We need to get on your wrist. All right, here we go. Kevin, this is it. This is all of the marbles on the table.
And
it's going to the judges' scorecard.
I got 5 rounds, all Peter.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for your main event of the evening. Champion versus champion. And now, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard. All 3 judges score the bout. Unanimous, 50-42, 49-43, and 50-42. Your winner, and still your XKO Muay Thai champion of the world, Peter Stanonik the 5th. You guys take off. We want to show some love because this is the first time that we have done a champion versus champion. Just 1 second, Stanonik. Just 1 second, my man. Don't you go anywhere. Chris, come on over here. Thomas, come over here for a minute. Thomas doesn't like being on camera. He's going to try and avoid it. Come here, Thomas. All right, so this has been something that Thomas Bussey, the matchmaker for XKO, has been wanting to do for some time. 2014 was the last time you fought for XKO. You have been a foundational piece. Thomas has even said it. XKO would not be what it is today without fighters like you. We bow, we salute you. Chris, the Enigma Pecero, who would you like to thank in this fight?
I'd like to thank everybody in my family for coming out. My sister, she's down over here. Hello, hey. All my family back home from all around Texas, Corpus, El Paso, Brownsville, just all across Texas. I feel blessed to be able to do this, you know, and to be something that's been able to provide for myself and my family. And so it's just incredible, and it's been an honor. Thank you, sir. Willis, thank you for this incredible, hellacious battle that we just went through. It's good stuff. And also, Thomas, I cannot thank you enough, sir, for everything over the years. It's been a while. Willis.
You know, I have to tell you, and this, I'm going to get to Stanonik, the champion, and from the champion. You know, this is the first time that I think has been recorded that Peter has had an opponent go the distance with him. And I tell you, this man, when it comes to respect and honor, you have no idea how emotional it's going to get. All right, Peter, you know it's going to get emotional.
Where the tissues at?
Where the tissues at? You regained, you defended, you went the distance. It has never happened before. We all thought the fight was over. He came back where other men have not. Talk to me, Peter. What did this fight mean? What did it do? What did it do for you as a fighter?
First off, let me say thank you for Chris Pecero to even stepping up for this fight. If y'all don't know, I think he trains in El Paso. El Paso is like 10 hours away from here, y'all. So to drive 10 hours and then to cut weight and then to come in here and fight for 5 rounds, that's hard. So hats off to Chris Pecero and his team. I think it's only one guy that came with him. I know one. Good seeing you on. But that's a warrior. Hats off. Period. That's a warrior. So I thank him for taking this fight. I also thank the Buseys for bringing me back. I think it's been a year since I fought here. I haven't kickboxed in a while. I do MMA and kickboxing separately, and you got to do it separately. So the main thing about this camp was being patient. Sometimes I fight with my emotions, and I'm erratic, and it gets me caught. So the saying for this camp was just being patient. But I got to thank my dad. My dad drove out here again.
Where you at, Dad? We always talk about you. There he is. We always talk about you at the end of the fight.
He's very frugal. He's content with everything he has. The guy's retired, but he still works 40 hours a week. When I'm in San Antonio, he watches my dog and feeds my dog. So, like, my heart goes out to my dad. We didn't talk for a little while, but now I'm a split image. I'm just darker, maybe a little cuter, but we're about the same person. So I appreciate him coming out. Team Ambush, I appreciate y'all making the drive from San Antonio. Ohana, my new team at Ohana, man, we got a bunch of monsters over there. A bunch of monsters. Washington Lewis, Ray Rodriguez, Alex Hernandez. My boy Marcel Mickens is going to be a badass pro when he gets his head right. So we got a bunch of savages over there, man. If any point in time y'all want to come and train, I bet Jason Arrington's more than cool with it. So once again, everybody coming out. There's a long night tonight. It was hot in here. I appreciate y'all giving your time, spending your money to this place, man. Without y'all, we wouldn't be anything. So thank you very much. Again, thank you.
You know, Chris, Peter, you got me caught up in the moment. I'll tell you, man, every time we look at the pictures, man, we always see ourselves laughing in here, man. I'll tell you, you really showed class. You really showed what it means to be a champion, to go the distance. And I'll tell you, the first time that you defended the belt, when you won it, you climbed on there. And I couldn't hold back when you said, Dad, we did it.
Yeah, I remember that too.
This is the moment that you can definitely say, where are you at?
Dad, where you at? Where you at? We did it. There you go. I hear him. He's drinking black coffee. That's probably him. That's him.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with a great privilege and great honor to say the defending, the reigning XKO Muay Thai champion of the world, Peter Stanonik the Fifth.
Like I talk it, walk it like I talk it, walk it like I talk it. Walk it
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here at XKO. The staff, the crew, fantastic. We want to keep coming back here. Jake, you did a great job. The Bussies, a fantastic promotion. We love it. And fight fans, we will be back here July 21st. Thank you. It's been a long night. So fight fans, check out XKO.tv if you want to relive this night, because it was something special. And fight fans, we will be back. XKO, Texas MMA, we'll be back, baby.